All right, Caitlin, thank you. Gold Star mom Jill Stephenson joins us now with her thoughts on what's happening in Afghanistan. Jill, welcome to Faith Nation. We are so honored to have you with us this evening. I know you lost your son, Ben Kopp. He died from injuries he received in Afghanistan back in 2009. Jill, when you see what's happening today, what do you think, and what do you think Ben would say?
Well, I think right now what's going on in Afghanistan is just absolutely heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching, it's gut-wrenching, because it's 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears by tens of thousands of our military men and women who gave up so much, including my son, who gave up his life. To see it all just get tossed aside, thrown away almost overnight, just is, it's awful. It's an awful feeling for me. I don't feel that it's in vain. I don't feel that Ben's service in his life, I don't feel that he died in vain. And because there's so many good things that happened in the 20 years that we were there. And that's what I choose to focus on. As heart-wrenching as it is, in order for my mental health to remain good, let's focus on many of the good things that were accomplished because we were in occupation of the country, helping liberate people who would have never had opportunities that they were given by our servicemen and women. What Ben would think right now, I can only go back to what his 21-year-old mind would feel and what I knew of him then, because it's been 12 years since he died. And I think 21-year-old Ben would be angry. I think he would be angry. I think it would be a real kick in the gut to him.
Do you know how other servicemen and women feel? Have you talked with any of them or seen any reaction? What are you hearing?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, in many different ways. And there's a lot of anger and a lot of hurt. A lot of anger and a lot of hurt. So many lives were lost in that. So many people brought their injuries home from war, having watched their brothers and sisters be killed next to them or be very critically injured, and then coming home with those invisible wounds. And just seeing, like I said, everything just be washed away almost overnight. It feels like their efforts were in vain, but we know that they weren't. But really what I'm seeing is a lot of anger, a lot of hurt.
Yeah. Former President Bush released a nice statement today. He said, thanking our troops, saying you kept us safe for those 20 years. Jill, what would you like to say to lawmakers and to President Biden about what's at stake here?
I think the welfare of our country is at stake here. The mental and physical welfare of our country is at stake here. And we need to think about the big picture and about all the sacrifices that have been made already for the country of Afghanistan. And by doing things the way that they were done has put us at great risk. Especially all of this coming on the heels of the 20th anniversary of 9/11 makes me feel very uneasy.
Yeah. Jill, while I have you here, I do want to ask you about your book, Heart of a Ranger. I know it tells Ben's story. What can you tell us about that?
Heart of a Ranger, yes, the biography of Ben's life. Where the heart of a Ranger comes from is that Ben was wounded in Afghanistan, but survived his injuries long enough to make it back to the States, to Walter Reed in Washington, D.C., but he was determined to be brain dead 4 days after he was shot, or 8 days after he was shot, but became an organ donor because of that. And his heart is literally still beating today in a woman who lives in suburban Chicago. So Heart of a Ranger is the story of Ben's life and how his heart still beats today.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Jill Stephenson, your son was a hero who paid the ultimate price, and we thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.